Hey guys, it's Lacey, and I'm going to film the intro in my room because I'm lazy. I will be stretching my ears to a 12 gauge today, but I also wanted to clarify. Today is April 13th. I originally stretched my ears to a 14 gauge on March 20th. But then I noticed that this ear was bleeding a little bit, so then I took it out, waited 2 weeks, and then stretched it again on April 2nd, I think. So it's been a little bit over a week. And you're supposed to wait a month, but the only reason I'm stretching to a 12 gauge right now is because these are literally falling out of my ears, one, so I think they're ready. And if it starts to sting a lot and they're not ready, then I'll just stop and I'll wait. But I think they're ready, and on top of that, I was watching a YouTube video of a professional piercer, stretching someone's ears, and they put the 14 gauge in, then a 12 gauge in, and they said it was fine because of the fact that it's such a small, it's like your first couple ones, so that's why they were doing two at one time, like the one time. And at least for me, I have waited a week. I think it'll be fine because yesterday I did take a 12 gauge to see if it'll work, and it just slid right through. And I was wondering if I should just go ahead and go to 10 gauge, but apparently if it goes right through, then those are the best type of stretches, because it really shouldn't hurt at all. So first I'm going to use a cotton ball to sterilize them, although I'm pretty sure I already did. I'm also getting the 10 gauge out because I like to use the O-rings from the sides out because that just works for me, and it doesn't slip off as easily as you would think it would, because the 12 gauge O-rings, much like the 14 gauge, are probably going to be hard to put on. Right here on my 14 gauge plugs, I have on a 12 gauge O-ring, and it doesn't slip off that easily, so I'm glad that works out for me. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the plugs, and I'm probably never going to see them again, because why would I need 14 gauge plugs again unless this doesn't work out? So I'm going to use a cotton swab and ear cure solutions. I do have Holey butter right here, but I also have vitamin E oil. I find vitamin E oil to work for me. I'm going to get the taper. This is how big the taper is. I'm gonna go slow. If it starts to hurt at all, then I'm just not gonna do it because I know I am doing it a little bit early. Look, it went through. Look at this. It's almost completely through. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the 12 gauge. Okay, you can start to see a hole. I'm excited because before you couldn't. This is a 14 gauge and this is a 12 gauge. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. You can finally start to see the hole. Hopefully it goes just as easy. It stung a little bit, but that's what this one did yesterday, but this time when I slid it in, it didn't hurt at all. Oh my gosh, it's going in so easy. I'm excited, I'm happy. Hopefully the O-rings aren't that much of a hustle, and if they are, then I would just put on the 10 gauge. And that was easy too. Hey, I'm so excited. Okay, so I can't stop smiling right now because of how easy that went in. And then now you can kind of see it, the hole from some angles. The hole is definite, you can actually tell that there's a hole in it. You couldn't tell there was a hole in it last time. I'm so happy, bruh. So I'll wait about a month to go to 10 gauge. I mean, maybe even less than a month, but I'm gonna listen to my ears. So if it starts to hurt when I try to stretch the 10 gauge, if I do stretch the 10 gauge early, then I'm going to wait. But these, the 14 gauge, when I first stretched the 14 gauge, they felt tight on my ears. But these feel loose on my ears. And maybe 14 gauge felt tight because I was either at an 18 gauge or a 20 gauge. That's a normal ear piercing size. But that was a 14 gauge. So I was probably going from a 20 gauge to a 14 gauge, which is there would be 2 gauges in between, which would be 18 and 16. Maybe that's what made it tight. Maybe this is how it's supposed to feel. Also, the next clip after this, I filmed before I stretched my ears, so if you can noticeably tell that it is smaller or something, that's why. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. I will link the ear stretching kit in the description, and anything else in this video that I use that I can find online. I will also link in the description. Don't forget to check out my other ear stretching videos. I will link my ear stretching playlist in the description as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Bye!